Azathoth, a being beyond comprehension, known as the nuclear chaos, the all-in-one, blind, mad, and omnipotent. Azathoth is not just a monster. He is the primal chaos from which all existence was born. He does not obey time. He is eternity. He has no true form. Galaxies are dust compared to his scale. In every world, he appears differently. But even those visions are only faint shadows of what he truly is. He may be a singularity, consuming light and matter, or a form shaped for the human mind to grasp. But the truth is far more terrifying. Even other entities fear him. The mightiest of them are merely fragments of his dream. Nyarlathotep, his messenger, describes Azathoth as the essence of all hatred, lies, and destruction. He feels no emotion. He is not evil. He is evil. He sees his own creations not as children, but as dust, as strands of hair on a body. And in that lies his madness. Azathoth despises everything, including himself. His ultimate goal is to return all things to nothingness, even if it means destroying himself to do so. He is not just a being. He is the original flaw in reality, the end of everything. Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep has many names. The inevitable chaos, the many-faced one, madness, and all-consuming terror, the soul of all powerful beings. Though he can take on human form, interact, and even grant gifts, he mostly brings madness and destruction as a messenger from beyond time and space. Nyarlathotep serves Azathoth, acting as his messenger, heart, and soul. He is also the only entity in the pantheon to interact directly with humans, fulfilling the will of other powerful beings without question. Nyarlathotep's appearance is ever-changing. He has appeared as a dark-skinned man, sometimes as a lecturer conducting strange experiments. He has also taken other forms. A three-legged monster that roams at night. A massive creature with leathery wings, dripping caustic liquid. A tall, bald man in a robe with hooves instead of feet. A regal figure resembling an Egyptian pharaoh. In every form, he brings terror and destruction. Nyarlathotep is favored by powerful beings, using their strength to carry out their will. However, he remains their servant. Those who summon him risk losing control of their body, which may mutate into a monstrosity forever. Nyarlathotep can act with subtlety, interacting with other beings and taking any form to communicate. He may offer gifts, but his true intentions are always hidden. What seems like a blessing may turn out to be far worse. Nyarlathotep has no fixed home. His place exists beyond time and space, beyond human comprehension. Nyarlathotep cannot be controlled. He follows the will of powerful beings but acts according to his own interests. Dagon, also known as Father Dagon, is a great old one and the patron of all marine life and deep ones. He is said to rule alongside Hydra, Mother Hydra, and they govern the submerged city of R'lyeh, whose true status remains unknown. Dagon is a massive fish-like entity covered in scales, with legs instead of a tail, allowing him to walk on land. His immense size and terrifying presence are said to drive people insane upon seeing him. Cultists refer to him as Father Dagon, venerating him as the protector of sea creatures. The people of Innsmouth, who gradually resemble sea creatures themselves, perform rituals, including human sacrifices, to appease Dagon and ensure abundant fish. He is often depicted with Hydra, and together they rule the underwater world. Dagon's followers strictly obey him, and anyone who encounters him is often driven mad. Though rare to appear on land, Dagon can command all sea creatures, even influencing their movements. He may also distort space-time, though the extent of this power remains unclear. Dagon primarily dwells in the deep waters of Earth, but occasionally emerges on land. No known entity has control over Dagon. While stronger beings might theoretically defeat him, he does not obey anyone's commands. Cthulhu, a star-born entity, often referred to as a harbinger of doom. Trapped in an eternal sleep, It watches all and awaits the stars' alignment to awaken. Once it rises, the world will be reshaped, as its ancient prophecy foretells. Cthulhu is not unique, but the most well-known of its kind, arriving on Earth millions of years ago and settling deep within the ocean. It exists beyond our understanding of space and time, with its form defying earthly geometry. Cthulhu is often described as a massive entity with a large, fleshy head and tentacles. Its wings are disproportionate, suggesting they're atrophied. Cthulhu has many followers, cultists scattered around the world, united by its unseen call. Anyone unfortunate enough to encounter Cthulhu faces certain death, usually through madness. Even in its slumber, Cthulhu can communicate telepathically with its cultists and issue commands. Cthulhu rests in the sunken city of R'lyeh, deep in the Pacific Ocean, hidden from human eyes. No one can control Cthulhu. It remains immune to all influence, as evidenced in ancient texts, including the ravings of the mad Alhazred. Ghouls are mysterious creatures whose origin remains unknown. Some believe they were once human, but after succumbing to evil, they began devouring their own kind, which led to a transformation in their appearance. They live deep underground, often attacking graves by burrowing from below. Ghouls are small, hunched beings with bluish skin, thin bodies, and a head that blends human and animal features. Their mouths are elongated, dripping viscous saliva, and their red eyes and sharp ears add to their terrifying appearance. Ghouls have no constant enemies, but their victims are those who accidentally cross their path, or families whose children are replaced by these creatures. Despite their deadly nature, ghouls serve no one and act solely out of hunger, never answering to gods or cultists. Zoogs are small, intelligent creatures that inhabit the borders between worlds. They resemble large rats but are distinguished by their high intellect and social structure. Zoogs can be friendly and open to diplomatic relations with travelers, but this depends on how they are approached. If provoked, they may attack in large packs. These creatures are covered in fur except for their paws, tail, and ears. Their body can reach up to 1.5 meters in length, including the tail. They possess sharp teeth and tentacles, making them dangerous adversaries, especially in their natural habitat, forests and points where realities intersect. Zoogs are highly social and have a well-developed hierarchy. They dwell in forests with special trees, from whose sap they make wine. These forests are referred to as the Enchanted Forest. While their habitats are hidden, one is known to be located near Leng. Zoogs do not submit to other beings, but are capable of forming mutually beneficial relationships with humans. Their agreements are only valid for the individual who made the deal. Gugs are giant, terrifying beings that live in the underworld of the Dreamlands, where they've built a fortress-like city. These colossal creatures resemble humans in shape, standing on 2 legs with muscular torsos and proportional heads. Their entire bodies are covered in black fur. Each arm splits into 2 forearms with hands, and their heads are distinctive. A vertical mouth runs from the nose to the back of their skull, filled with sharp teeth. They stand upright, but their rotating limbs and enormous jaws make them seem even more fearsome. Despite lacking vocal cords, Gugs communicate using gestures and are highly intelligent. Gugs are predators, hunting anything that crosses their path. Their primary prey is the ghasts, but they also eat moonbeasts. They fear ghouls, often fleeing when encountering these corpse-eating creatures. In the past, Gugs performed rituals for Nyarlathotep and other outer gods, but after the gods learned of their actions, they were banished to their subterranean caves. Gugs possess immense physical strength and can move on all 4s or 2 legs. They can scale vertical surfaces and tear apart victims with ease using their powerful jaws. They dwell in the city of the Gugs, deep within the Dreamland's cave system. These caves are mostly inaccessible due to the Gugs' aggressive nature. Uninvited guests are almost certainly doomed to be devoured. No one controls the Gugs. They act based on their instincts. While powerful forces like the great gods have banished them, the Gugs remain free agents, doing as they please. Byakhee are interstellar creatures from the Cthulhu mythos. These beings can travel through space, live in the cores of comets, and even on planets without atmospheres. While their bodies are made of matter, making them vulnerable to weapons, they have the ability to instantly travel vast distances at incredible speeds. Byakhee have a terrifying appearance. Their skin flakes off, and clumps of hair, resembling either fur or porcupine quills, make them look like decaying corpses. Their limbs resemble ant legs, and their heads feature a massive beak with tremendous crushing power. Byakhee have no natural enemies, but they obey Hastur, their dark patron, without question. Their arrival is often accompanied by noise and horrific screams. Magicians and Hastur's cultists use them to travel to other worlds and realms. Byakhee have the ability to generate space-time distortions, allowing them to travel at speeds up to 400 times the speed of light. However, after such a long journey, they arrive ravenous, making them a significant threat to those nearby.